Well, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid causing quite a stir with his thoughts on Hispanics and politics. Reid, of course, in a fierce re-election battle out in Nevada, firing off this remark at a recent campaign stop in his home state, saying, quote, "I don't know how anyone of Hispanic heritage could be a Republican, okay? Do I need to say more?" Deneen Borelli is a senior fellow with Project 21 and a Fox News contributor, and Mark Sawyer is a political science professor at UCLA. Okay, so now Reid, this is not the first time he's made a politically or a racially insensitive remark, Deneen. And, he's basically saying, how could a Hispanic be a Republican? Your reaction to it?
Yeah, Megyn, I am absolutely outraged when these politicians willy-nilly play the race card at their discretion, really to cover their failed leadership and their failed policies. It's a dangerous game to play when playing the race card. It's divisive, it's dangerous, and in this time during political sensitivity, it could certainly increase race relations and really turn the clock back. It's a sad situation.
Mark, what say you about it?
I mean, this race card stuff, for the people that have been playing the race card are the people running around talking about anchor babies and passing these laws in Arizona to harass Hispanics and all those kinds of things. And look, the proof is in the pudding. Proposition 187 passed in California. Hispanics joined the Democratic Party. And this stuff that they're pushing right now and this kind of rhetoric and this very xenophobic and racist rhetoric towards Hispanics right now is going to kill the Republicans with
Mark,
that group of people. And in fact,
totally
my mother-in-law just signed her citizenship papers and joined the Democratic Party. There's nothing irresponsible about telling the truth. The fact is that the Republican Party has become an anti-Hispanic party and has been playing the racial resentment card of both. Is it
anti-Hispanic, Deneen, or is it anti-illegal immigrant?
Listen, we are all Americans. We are concerned about jobs. The reason why they're playing the race card is because they don't want people to focus on Obama's failed leadership and his failed policies. Unemployment is 9.5%. People want jobs. They don't want to be reliant on the government. Look at how food stamps subsistence is going through the roof. It's ridiculous. States are broke. Give me a break. This has nothing to do about race. It's about the policies coming out of this administration that is going to kill our country.
You know, Mark, this isn't the first time that Harry Reid has made a comment that's got him in trouble, right? Now he's saying basically if you're Hispanic, it's crazy to be a Republican. And before, when he was talking about President Obama and why he is a strong candidate, he made some reference to how he doesn't have a, quote, Negro dialect. There is a question about whether Harry Reid is given a pass for these comments and whether that should be the case.
Well, first of all, there's nothing racist in what he said about the fact that Hispanics are turning away from the Republican Party, and they should as a result of these policies. And look, the policies that the Republicans want, they want to, have more harassment of Hispanic people. They want to cut programs that help in education in poor neighborhoods, and they want to move away from things that will help jobs. The personal responsibility is not the issue here. The issue is that we have a bad economy with bad demand, and Republicans just want to give more money to the fat cats again, not regular working people like the minorities and the hardworking working class.
Let me get us back on track with respect to Reid's theory, Deneen, because he seems to be saying, and Mark seems to also agree, that if you are a Hispanic, you shouldn't be a Republican because Reid went on to talk about how it's the Republicans who are stopping comprehensive immigration reform, and that's something he assumes that Hispanics want. And so basically he's saying, why would you be with that party when they're against this critical piece of the Democratic Party? Your thoughts on that, Deneen?
We want limited government, we want constitutional government, and we want politicians to stop playing the race card because it's divisive, it's dangerous, and it's a losing game. We want to talk about the policies that are coming out of this administration that is killing our country, killing jobs. It's ridiculous. You have more and more people dependent on government. They're going on the government plantation. That is what's going on. And once you're on, it's hard to get off.
Is it playing the race card, Mark? I mean, is he... he's not ripping on Hispanics. He's ripping on conservatives, I guess, or Republicans. But the injection of race and sort of saying one group, whether it's Hispanics or African Americans or Caucasians, should all be voting with this particular party. Is that playing the race card, as Deneen suggests?
No, it's not. And 80% of Hispanic voters support comprehensive immigration reform. 80% of them supported comprehensive health care reform. They are moving towards the Democratic Party because those are their policy preferences. They're not being duped. And, you know, someone's talking about playing the race card and throwing out, Denise throwing out the plantation stuff. I mean, look, people are hardworking and they want their government to work for them. And that's what President Obama's doing, is getting it to work for them. And the problems that we're having as a result of not having government involved and letting the bankers and the derivative traders and those people crash our economy into a big rock.
And
he's fixing that. And hardworking people are realizing it.
Let me just get this out, because, you know, Mark is talking about the issues that Hispanics support, according to the polls, Deneen. The latest Gallup poll, published just on August 3rd, says they are approving less and less of President Obama's job performance. It was 54% approved in August, but that is down 9 points from May, and it's down 28 points from last May. So obviously there's trouble with respect to the Democrats and the Hispanics. Could that be what's really behind Harry Reid's latest comments?
There is trouble, and also Congress's approval rating is what, 11%? But there is trouble, and any time the race card is played is for them to cover their failed leadership and their failed policies. And that is why the majority of the Americans, I don't care what color you are, Americans want jobs, and they want elected representatives who are going to make decisions that are in their best interest for their constituents, not what they think that Americans should be doing. They want us to keep quiet, but just pay our taxes and not talk back. And that's not the American way.
Well, we will see, I guess, how this plays out come November. Mark and Deneen, thank you so much.
Thanks, Megyn.